Fake, fake, fake. None of this is original, but it's legal. But if you need anything, just let me know. This is Europe's largest market. Some say it's a black market. 75 hectares, 30 nations, and everybody gets on fine.
Everyone who work here, they know 2, 3, 4, 5 languages.
I'm intrigued. How do they manage to cooperate while Europe is threatening to fall apart because we can't? We're almost there. We're driving from Odessa to the market, or the 7th kilometer, as they call it here. The atmosphere has us full of anticipation. We've got Russian music on the radio. We're in a Japanese car. And this is my translator and right-hand man, Nazar from Kiev.
Nazar aus Kiev.
Yeah, hello.
I want to learn more about how the multi-ethnic, multicultural, multilingual cooperation at this market works. People from over 30 nations work together here in an immense area. We'll have a look at it soon. It's so large, you can spot it from outer space. Here we are at the 7th kilometer. The shift starts at 7 a.m. My first encounter is with 2 Ukrainians, Yula and her mother Valentina.
We just try to communicate with people any way we can. Somehow we make sure everyone gets what they want. Sometimes I type things on my phone. Sometimes we use body language. In the end, it all works out, so everyone's happy.
Valentina sells shoes here. She buys them directly from Chinese wholesalers a few stands further down. This is a copy of brand name shoes. One pair costs about 20 euros.
I'm not working with a lot of foreigners right now. Aside from the Chinese, it's mostly Belarusians and Israelis. They all speak a little Russian. We always manage to communicate somehow.
So it would seem she doesn't need a lot of foreign language skills. How interesting. Every day, 70,000 people trade here. They come from China, Vietnam, Afghanistan, Turkey, Pakistan, and Central and North Africa. It's all the more fascinating considering that in Europe right now, the biggest topic is isolation. There, people are tired of hearing about multiculturalism and refugees. But it's nice how this place feels like a small town. It's as if everyone knows each other. You can see the structure of shipping containers behind me. There's always 2 stacked on top of each other. They store the goods in the top one, and the bottom that you see behind me is used for sales. And this is how it works. The market managers rent out the containers, and the people running the shops hire their own salespeople. What they sell here is up to them. You can find all sorts of things here. Clothing, household goods, toys, bags, shoes. A lot of it's fake, of course. How cool. A Ukrainian and Chinese guy playing backgammon, the oldest game in the world. No language skills required. This is Hamayun, a seller from Afghanistan. How does he cope with all the different languages?
I do speak 5 languages.
Which one?
Little bit English. I am talking in English. Russian, Ukraine, my own language, Persian, and Uzbek. Yeah.
Wow.
It's not wow. Everyone who work here, they know 2, 3, 4, 5 languages.
So they are multilingual. But there must be disagreements.
Нет, никаких разногласий, никаких конфликтов нет у нас совсем. Ну, если индивидуально кто-то с кем-то не поделились, может, афганцы с афганцем, украинцы с украинцем, это их не дело. А так между национальными нет никаких конфликтов, очень хорошо.
So no disputes among the sellers then. What's their secret?
You know, the main secret is that yeah, I accept that the culture, the religion, we are all different. It's very good for personality, for everyone. And why I love Europe, because there is no border.
I wanted to learn from him, and he's gushing about Europe. But lately, Europe seems to be more about right-wing parties and protectionism.
If you live with your own space, with your opinion, nothing else, you know, it's like grave, I think, in grave darkness. No, there is not light. The light is coming from different things.
Hamayun's message is clear. You have to want to get along. There's no room here for negative people. It's funny walking around and trying to figure out why this place works so well. Even before anyone can put it into words, you get a feeling for what the key might be, a good sense of humor. Odessa is known as Ukraine's capital of humor, and that obviously helps. Everyone here is in such a good mood. It's cold and raining. Okay, he was a little aggressive. Humor can cross national and cultural boundaries. You can really sense that here. It's too bad that most shop owners don't want us to film them. But when the camera's off, it's easy to strike up a conversation. I just spoke with someone from Uganda. When I asked him where he was from, he said from Odessa. People think of themselves as locals, not migrants. It's impressive how strongly people identify with the city and its market. I keep hearing that the market's multiculturalism works so well because of Odessa and its people. That makes sense. They're used to living in a city where there's a lot of trade. This city has always attracted people from all over the world. Odessa is an international city, and it's liberal too, and a bit disreputable. After all, it is a port city. Journalists can't just walk in here and start filming. That's only possible with our colleague here from the market's press office. She doesn't want to appear on camera, but she does take us to see her boss in the market's administration department. Yes, this market has its own press office.
The people here are interested in doing business, and that forces them to figure out how to negotiate and make deals. How can I come to an agreement with that Chinese seller over there? I don't know him, or his language, or how he thinks. Chinese people always smile and say one thing and then do the exact opposite.
That was a thought-provoking interview. She had a good answer as to why this all works so well, with 30 different languages and cultures. She said whenever survival or a common interest is at stake, business in this case, you have to be open to other people in order to get by. You have to be willing to learn about their language, their culture, about them. You need to learn to interact. And that broadens your horizons. But I still don't believe that they don't have any arguments here. Just look at all the police and security people. They've been watching me this whole time and aren't too keen on being filmed either. So I went to meet the head of security.
Any conflicts we do have always have something to do with national culture. For example, one person says something unacceptable to another. We've set up a national community council to deal with these kinds of situations. If there's a dispute, we invite those involved to come and talk to us about it. It works quite well. But if we discover any criminal activities between two communities, we report it to the Ukrainian police right away.
It's interesting. This guy heads a security force of 500 people to keep the market safe. And they're not like a militia armed to the teeth. They patrol in plain clothes and make a point of meeting with the community leaders or community managers to discuss things. They get together about once a day, and they can tell right away if there's a problem. So this is not at all about the people here adapting to Ukrainian culture, but about taking into account everyone's differences straight from the beginning. That's what the community managers are for. This man is in charge of the largest community here, the Chinese community. He also claims there aren't any problems. In fact, things are going so well that they want to expand their business, a sort of new Silk Road between China and Western Europe. It's hard to believe that all these items are counterfeit. The original brand doesn't even produce this model. And most things aren't that much cheaper. I don't think I'd shop here. It's like a gigantic version of a German street fair. The goods here are obviously counterfeit. Everyone knows that. But the managers officially deny it. Even if you turn off the camera and ask, just between you and me, what about product piracy, you still get the same answer. It's not counterfeit. But if you need anything, let me know. I must admit, the market isn't as wild and rough as I'd expected, but it does have a certain kind of magic. I think I understand this place a little better now. After spending several days in this fascinating microcosm, I've learned three things. First, in a multicultural environment, you need a sense of humor. The people of Odessa definitely have that. Second, a common interest. No matter how different, the people here all have one common denominator. They want to make a profit. And third, radical acceptance. There's no ignoring the fact that we're all very different. We have different origins, languages, cultures, opinions. We have to deal with all that because there is simply no getting around it. And as one of the people here told me, anything else would be pretty boring.